Hey, what do you hear? What do you say? My Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Google Plus, your sister's ass, the Pony Express. This isn't a TikTok Vic. It's a what the fuck Vic. It's a holy shit Vic. It's a wow, wow, wow Vic. You know what? I'm way past TikTok. I'm just sitting back and watching parts of humanity evolve backwards into cavemen and then monkeys. I'll make this short and sweet. I'm watching the news just like everyone else. I see what's going on, so I don't need anyone to tell me what I see or to explain to me what's going on. Nah, too much of that bullshit happens on social media each and every day. I see what happened with the Colonial Pipeline. I can read and I could put two and two together. There was no fucking reason for this gas panic. None. The pipeline issue has been on the news all day, every day since it happened. We knew roughly when it would be fixed. We know who did it. We knew we were going to have shortages for a week or so. We also know who was to blame. A group of Russian hackers did this. But you know who else is to blame? I'll tell you. You see, folks, the Colonial Pipeline is a private company, and they're to blame for being cheap scumbags for not having invested in the top-of-the-line, most modern malware, firewall, unhackable software in the world. But they didn't. The politicians are also to blame. You know, the ones who have been fighting infrastructure upgrades and who poo-poo the seriousness of cyber warfare. And the scumbag shitheads who created an even worse situation at the pumps because they did what seems to be the normal thing now. They decide they need to make a run on everything at the slightest hint of a problem. Screw you. Screw your neighbor. I want 600 rolls of toilet paper and leaking garbage bags full of gas. These selfish, ignorant assholes artificially created shortages and then complain when the prices go up for these items. Guess what? You're a prick if you got into a gas line and filled up plastic bags that were leaking. So now you will have leaking plastic bags of gas while the pumps open back up in a couple of days. The amount of gas you wasted in your selfishness and stupidity made the pumps run out sooner and kept hardworking people from getting the gas they truly needed. If you were one of those guys who pulled up with a 500-gallon container and you still have 500 gallons in it when the pumps open back up, you were part of the problem and you helped make this harder than it had to be. Gone are the days where we do what we need to do in this country for the good of the country. Gone are the days of going without nylon stockings and chocolate during wartime. God forbid we had a real war now. You'd be called a sheep for giving up anything for a period of time for the good of the country. You know, shit happens. If you haven't learned that by now, then you're a moron. We want to live and die by oil? That's fine. Then we live and die with the reality that pipelines might leak, that tankers might sink, that gas stations might run out of gas, and that there are a lot of morons who will selfishly hoard shit. We live and die by the reality that computers might be hacked. That's the reality. And let's at least be honest. Prices at the pump this week went up because of the pipeline shutdown, because people did a run on gas, because hundreds of gas station owners apparently started price gouging, as we are finding out now. The experts are saying that the price will start to go the other way in a few days as demand eases. Gouging is stopped and oil flow returns to normal. People, people, people. There wasn't a fucking fire in the oil fields or a loss of incredible amount of oil in some unbelievable accident. What happened? A pipeline got hacked, which stopped the flow for a minute. They needed to figure out how to get around the hack. The oil and gas was always there, didn't go away. We have a portion of the population that is weak-minded, and so they panicked and selfishly hoarded. Gas station owners illegally price gouged, and the hoarders put gas in plastic bags. They aren't team players, and that, my friend, is as important a reason as any for what just happened. What's going on in this country? We all knew this past Tuesday morning that the pipeline would be back online by the end of this week. Tanker trucks were already starting to take gas out to the East Coast directly from the refineries. And yet, some of you still had to go and fill up plastic bags that were leaking. Good luck, everybody. We have no one to blame but ourselves.